What's going on? Welcome back to the Pocket Cast here. As you can see, we are stacked. We have Jimbo, Jay, Pocket Mats, Sek, Tilly, and Rosie. Rosie's the one that hasn't been here yet. Welcome in. How are you feeling today?
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. I'm feeling great. We just got done with casting a tournament. I feel like I got a good feel for all the new cards, and yeah, I'm excited to talk about them.
I know we had Jay's tournament today, which we have another 2 day event, best of three, which is amazing. For the community, you got Pocket Mats, you got Jay's, you have Jimbo that was also commentating today as well. So salutes to you guys for being here because I know what it was like a 5 hour stream, and then we're here. But yeah, so we're gonna do a little segment called GeoGuessr. So basically, what it is, we're gonna drop a picture of a corner of a card, a piece of the Pokemon or trainer, and you guys are gonna have to guess what that card is, and the first one to get it, wins. And it's pretty much for prize for pride. That's the prize, bragging rights.
My favorite thing.
Right. All right, so let's get this started. First one, go.
Who's that Pokemon?
Is it
Masquerade.
out there?
It's
Wait.
no, that's the. I know the Pokemon. I don't.
I'm
know
in the
the
wrong
names.
channel,
Master
man.
in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yes, it's Masquerade.
Kelly's here.
I think Sekiro said that like 10 minutes ago, though.
Did he? I thought he said Masquerade. I'm not gonna cap.
Rosie, did you get that one?
No, Sakura
Is that
did.
the-
Masquerade.
Is that the
Oh, is that
Area
graded?
Zero
Yeah.
place, like behind him
Yeah.
in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
They're
Area
off.
Zero.
Rosie, I'm just glad you knew what it was. I had no idea what that one was.
Yeah, everybody else
Oh,
was
okay.
lagging.
I almost forgot the name.
Well, me and Jimbo talked about this like 2 days ago. That's why I
Yeah,
knew
we
it.
did.
All right, the next
That was
one.
yesterday.
Who's that Pokemon? Limit.
Glimora.
Trapagos?
Oh, Glimmet.
No,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
I
Glimmet.
know it's
Limit.
Glimmet.
I got the right. I had the right evolution line at least.
I had a
Yeah.
rant in my video. It didn't make the cut. I was saying we need to pump Glimmet to be a $500 card because it has a
That's
hidden
so
Pikachu.
funny.
Yo, it has
Oh,
Pikachu.
God, that's so
Rise
funny.
in stocks. I'll make that shit
I
go.
literally almost said it's Pikachu.
Pretty much. He's not lying. All right, the next one, Jimbo. I say this all the time.
I every time you say Jimbo, I am the last person to get it.
That's
Please
just the
don't.
most random card.
If you get this one wrong, I don't know. All right, next one.
Who's that Pokemon?
Golduck.
Ooh.
Sableye.
Okay,
Oh, no,
you
yeah,
know
that's
what?
why.
Okay,
Yeah.
got
He
it.
finally got it.
No way.
That was a lob.
What?
I got you.
I win. I win forever.
Technically, at this point, I'm done. All
Does
right.
it actually have those spikes on his arm?
I was about
Yeah.
to say the exact same thing, Maddie. I do
Yep.
not.
He does have those spikes. They're just
Well, I
usually
can't
not
argue with
as
the expert.
pronounced and angled the way they are in this card, but like, I don't know.
Honestly, I thought his
He always has
arms
the
were
size
all
of, like, a
tubes.
regional variant?
Mm. Does he
No,
have
yeah,
a
that's,
regional?
that's what my guy looks
Does
like.
have it.
I didn't think
In
so.
fact, I have on my keychain here that I got in Japan. I'm holding it up.
Hey,
for the
yo.
camera now. You can see he has spikes on his elbow there.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that keychain's hella thick on the side. It's like put that shit in your pocket, and it's like, what?
Okay.
It starts the car just by putting it in the ignition.
Yo, fat. All right. All right, things are going to get a little bit more tricky, a little bit more harder. So hopefully you guys are good with your little trivia. Next up.
Who's that Pokemon?
Oh, what the fuck is that?
It looks like
Barrel?
Barrel EX.
Dude, is this the barrel
Is
EX?
Iron? Is this Iron Bundle? Or is,
Nah,
is this all from the new set?
Sekiro
No,
got it
it's
right. He did say
Weasel.
it right. We did this.
It was.
We did
We
this
did
in
this
the
before.
episode.
It is Babarrel. I was just shocked
Yeah.
that you did it again.
Oh.
I needed to catch
No
you guys off.
way.
This is the second time we've had Babarel and GeoGuessr. You're so washed. You're recycling cards.
Yo, bro, at this
Yeah,
point,
I'm-
like everything's so
I'm taking over.
easier. Everything's so
I'm taking
easy.
over.
Sekaru's
Nah,
hosting GeoGuessr
Nah,
next.
nah,
pod.
he had that snom
Yeah.
last time,
Nope,
and that shit
he's
was
doing it.
ass.
Dude, the snom was in the picture. There's one in the background.
Bro, nobody could
That's
tell what
real.
the fuck
That's
that
real.
was. All right, next up, last one.
Who's that Pokemon?
Fucking
Latios,
Mega
Mega
Latios.
Latios.
Yes, definitely. Mega Latios here. Do I even? Did
Legit?
I take a picture of that shit? Oh yeah, I did. I was about to say.
I didn't know Mega Latios had hands like that. That's so
Oh
weird.
yeah. He's got
We
them
didn't
hands.
know Sableye had spikes.
I guess that's fair.
Don't they like turn inward when it like flies?
I guess
wrong?
so.
The hands?
Yeah, like the arms. I
You're
thought they
right.
like tucked in, turned
Yeah,
into
he
like a
does tuck
jet,
in.
right?
Huh,
Mm.
I don't know.
All right, so let's move into the first topic here. So we got the brand new Paradox Drive pack here. A lot of mixed feelings because like in the beginning, everybody was talking mad shit about the pack, right? It's just a support pack. There's only like 3 good cards here and there. It's not gonna impact the meta. Paradoxes are bad. Has anybody's feelings changed on the pack after the first couple of days, tournaments, and anything? I'll give the spotlight to whoever wants to start things off.
Can I just say that I never thought this set was really bad? I thought this set was always going to be really fun and unique in a weird way. I just think on paper it was very like unconventional, and so it looked it looks very undervalued at first glance. But I think the more we kind of play with these cards and experiment with them, I think the more we're going to see some really awesome decks.
I did see a lot of comments on X and on YouTube. That was just going off generalization, but
Oh, it was really hated. It was.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
absolutely globally hated. I don't disagree with that. I
don't know why. I also thought that like Miraidon was like so obviously going to be so good with Magnezone, which is a deck that desperately needed to be spiced up because it's so linear. I had no idea why people were hating on it so much. I knew from the trailer that we were at least getting something interesting that was going to happen to the game. Like I don't know.
Magnezone is not boring anymore. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, significantly
Yeah.
less boring.
Yeah. I would say it's not boring because it's still kind of boring. There's like that mid section that's pretty boring, like the early to mid game kind of boring. But then it like once you get a Miraidon in play, it's fun.
Dude,
It's
I
not a
jumped in
fast-paced
that mirror match where there was 2 Miraidons on the field. That shit was like Metapod versus like they were staring each
Yeah.
other down.
Yeah.
I was like, man, go ahead, Mads. I cut you off. My bad.
No. I was just saying, like Magnusson's not like a fast-paced deck, right? So it's a bit of a slow. But I agree with everything you guys said.
Mm-hmm. Sakaru, Tilly, Rosie.
I guess I Sek, you do not like this pack.
Sakaru hates
He's,
the pack.
he's
You
the
do
number
not
one
like this
hater.
pack.
He's the number
Love
one
that.
hater.
I think this pack is kind of dog shit. But my reasoning for that is the only 2 good cards we got were Miraidon, which buffs Zone for the 20th time. Why do we keep buffing Zone? Even if it makes the deck more fun, it now makes Zoroark lose to it.
Okay, yeah,
And then they
it's a
buff
buff
Sleep.
to Zone, but it's a buff to Zone that makes the deck
All right,
like,
but then they
fun
also
to
gave us
watch and
Espeon,
fun
which
to
was not
watch.
needed.
Now when we're seeing the Zone decks in tournaments, we're not watching like Ericko said, 2 Metapods using Harden at each other. Like there's like plays and different lines. Like there's like a decision tree now for
Honestly, I don't
Zone
really
that
have a
just
problem with
didn't
Miraidon, to be
exist.
honest, but like the thing is they only buff Zone and then they buff Sleep. 2 decks that really didn't need buffs, and then like everything else like kind of just seems like very like I think all like the dude, what the fuck are they called? The ancient Pokemon. Like Koraidon, Tusk, they all seem to have like a really big downside because I think they were too scared of Professor Sada being broken, even if those decks like it only generates 1 or maybe 2 energies. Because like everything discards an energy or has like a 2 million retreat cost, the HP is like weird. So I just feel like, and then I also think the psychic box stuff is kind of fake. I think it's gonna like fizzle out like after a week. So I just
Yeah,
feel like
don't
this
say
pack didn't
that.
really give us anything besides like 2 cards.
I do
So-
agree
Psychic
with
boxes
you.
is forever.
I just wanted
fake.
more.
That
I
shit's
thought
fake.
I thought the cards would have been cooler. Like I think there was a lot of potential, but I think they were too scared to have them be as good as like the Buzzwole and like Guz like Ultra Beast stuff back in the day. Is my complaint.
Sec, I think I'll have your take when rank starts. I think rank's gonna be really.
Oh, I'm not
tough.
playing rank, dude. I'm not playing fucking 2 million sleep players again.
Oh, it's
I'm good.
there's gonna be so much Espeon
Yeah.
sleep, like even more than there
Ugh.
was last format. It's gonna be really tough. The first couple weeks are fun because you just kind of get to experiment with all the new cards and pretend like some of them are decent that aren't Espeon. The Iron Valiant stuff. I'm having fun playing it against like casual stuff. But yeah, when ranked starts, it probably won't be able to keep up with the sleep decks, and people are just going to gravitate towards that.
I will say, I guess one thing I wanted to add, and now that Sekiro kind of gave his opinion, was I'll agree with him in the sense that these cards probably don't have much longevity past this set, or like outside of this set. Or, well, you know, like Miraidon might, and maybe Terapagos, but like the lower, the junior cards that are future ancient, obviously those are not really going to work well, I feel like, with, I don't know, a lot of other decks going forward.
Yeah.
Like Ultra Beasts, kind of.
We're definitely
It's
put
just-
in a position where if, you know, the next set doesn't bring in any support for any of these future or ancient Pokemon, like, this whole set low-key flops. Like,
Yeah.
because the next set, I feel like, in Pocket, you want to do something a little bit bigger, right? Because, like, this mini pack did not, you know, receive that much of a, what do you call it? Didn't receive that much positive review for right now. So, you know, with that being said, it will, you know, I feel like we're going to get a meta breaking EX or a Mega or something like that because we're still in the realm of like Mega Pokemon and ZA territory. So, like, I think we're due for ZA Mega. Or am I tripping?
It's something.
I hope so.
I was telling Jimbo, I think that like Mega Groudon is potentially. I mean, if it's good, it could work well with Koraidon, right? Like that could be one
That's-
that retroactively works good.
Yeah, I think Jay's cooking. I think, to your point, Ericko, and again, I did promise I'm not going to talk too much on
you're
this
good, you're
podcast,
good.
but
Go off.
I do think because the Kyogre, Groudon, the Hoenn stuff is a bit different because it's like primal reversions, right, in the lore. It's definitely like adjacent to Mega Evolution, but that's going to be, it could very well be the next full-sized set. Or maybe they do it in a mini set, but to your point, I think they probably hit on that before they go into ZA Megas. That's my opinion.
Yeah, like I don't think the pack necessarily is bad, or like the way it changed the meta is not bad because the meta besides sleep was good last season. It's just they kind of buffed sleep and gave us like Miraidon, and that's about it. I think Miraidon actually is fake because if you start that card that it's an auto loss, just go next. Where like Miraidon, at least you could scoop it up.
Say Raging Bolt.
'Cause
The scoop up's crazy.
if you Raging Bolt is better than Miraidon 100%.
Because you get to hide behind a Greninja.
It's not even that good,
A hot
but
take.
I think.
well, it's just
Koraidon's very
Miraidon.
good.
Like Miraidon, if you started the active where you like lose, you just lose. Like
Mm.
there's nothing you could do.
Nah.
At least Raging Bolt, like you're playing in a Gren Orius, or you just hide behind it and then you just Greninja ping.
That deck is so fake though, bro. You see one.
It's not good
Espeon,
either, but-
it's over.
Well, Espeon is something we shouldn't have seen, but actually no, this set sucks. It gave us Espeon, so
One thing I
just want to
bring-
This was Dina going after you personally.
They just like made Espeon your number one on the hit list.
Bro, that deck
Sleep.
has 6 sleepers in it now.
It's insane.
That's crazy.
It's too much. But to be real,
Um,
like, I mean, I get the hate. It messes with the game. But like, if you're in a tournament, like, or like playing for rank, it makes sense. You want to get the results. You play the deck. A lot of people will bitch about it, but at the end of the day, if you want to win and get results, That's literally what people are gonna do, and people are doing. So if you want to be the ethical guy person, and not do it, you're just like screwing yourself. So at the end of the day, like it's just gonna see a lot of play no matter what.
We can just ban it.
I mean, you guys can do that, but again,
I mean, one ogre pawn and it's over with the sleep decks.
exactly.
I mean, I
I've
think
been
we're gonna see a
Rosie, I've been
resurgence of Jolty on ogre pawn. Just run ogre pawn.
Yeah.
I've
And
been
then they had
saying
their
this from the
powerless.
beginning. I do think there's a lot of counterplay available. Sec always disagrees with me, but
Okay, well, the problem with the Iggly, there is not Igglybuff Darkrai counterplay, because if they just go first and have like 1 or 2 Darkrai's and you cannot find the Ogre Pawn, they just do what you just literally die. Like if you find one basically sleepy, you say sleep, you just die on your turn. There is counterplay, of course. Yeah, if the one Ogre Pawn, bro, like it's not Homelander clip, the sleep players don't know what to do. Like they're trying to fly, dude, they can't fly. They're trying to sleep, they can't sleep. But the problem is, realistically, like, how many decks can fit in an Ogre Pawn that doesn't make it worse than to the other 15 meta relevant decks that exist?
Yeah.
Which sucks. It's like if you start going first Ogre Pawn in a lot of decks, you just kind of like it's just GG's.
yeah, there's not enough options. Like we do have some,
Yeah.
right? And they're
Like
good. Ogre
Comfey.
Pawn's good. Comfey's not that bad. I mean, it's not, it does
It's
exist,
not every
but
deck
we
has
need
that.
more of it. Yeah. Well, actually, Steel
Yeah.
has an option too, right? Because against Steel just
Still
play
Apron.
Apron. Yeah. So I mean, maybe we just need a little bit more, but it does exist. There's definitely.
Yeah.
So we
know
can't forget
what
about
the-
Tilly's tech, the Malasada.
I was just about to say, what's
Every
the
time, man.
interaction on Lumberry? Do we know? I still haven't ever confirmed like what the order of
It says-
operations is for Lumberry.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you attach it, right? It's a tool, and if you get put to sleep, there's a Darkrai on the opposite side. Does the Darkrai chip happen before the Lumberry? Happens?
No.
I
The
think
Lumberry-
either
It'll
way,
blow
it's
you away.
either way, it's terrible because it's not fixing the problem on that turn. You would have had to put it on a Pokemon on the prior turn.
Yeah. And it
And
also
that's
was a
the big
one-time
thing.
use.
Like that's why you're playing anything to heal a special condition. Is like, I need to attack this turn. Here's PCL. Here's Big
Yeah.
Malasada.
One Pokemon from the new set that I do like that does actually kind of counter the sleep chip damage is Glimora? Gilmora or Gilmora?
Glim.
Glimora.
Glimora. All right. Yeah, the ability on Glimora. At first, I was telling Jimbo and Rosie this during the tournament stream tonight. I was recording a video and I was so full of myself thinking, "Oh, you don't want to get KO'd with sleep because the ability won't go off." And then I am like recording this video and I get KO'd with sleep, and the ability did go off, and I'm like, "Oh, well, I guess I have to scrub this entire recording." So
Yeah, they changed the wording on both of those Pokemon. That's like new wording, and just also why I missed it, because the King Gambit reads every time a Pokemon's been KO'd and not how many points your
Yeah.
opponent has. And I didn't even notice that at first. It was cool.
I've been running my Limoras with Rescue Scarf, and you can potentially get like 220, what is it? What's the next one? 260 damage off of your King Gambit. Make them have to get 6 prize points to win. It's actually kind
That's
of disgusting.
insane.
Does Rescue
Okay.
Scarf pick up the basic, or does it just pick up the evolution?
It picks
It
up
is
both.
It's both.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I
you
just
get to
never
rip
used that
both
card in
back
my
your
life.
hand.
So
So
you
Nah,
can-
that
if you
Del
get both
Caddy
of them, you
deck,
can just
that
continue
shit
to
was
cycle
fire
4
with
times in a
Rampardos.
row, and it's disgusting.
Real ones know.
Maybe that was my problem. I uploaded a video on King Gambit and it was just like 90% me getting very upset. The
I was
people
getting to
loved
the
it.
point where I
I
could just
hated the
one
King
shot
Gambit deck.
everything. I thought it was kind of cool, and it's like you definitely were relying on coin flips. Where I'm like, okay, well, I can afford to lose my 3rd Glimora, but I have to flip a coin flip here, and hope that I can. And I don't know. There's definitely some coin flip luck in it, but it's like a Meowth deck in a weird way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where,
We
like,
love
you're
those.
flipping a coin to. I do. I know I do.
So
Its
the
win
coin
rate
flip
isn't
on
anything
Glimora-
crazy so far.
Sorry, the coin flip on Glamora, is that after you attack or it's after it's hit? Because that means you can't
It's
really
after
use
it
will
gets
with that.
KO'd.
All right, so you're always relying basically on a head flip organically. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be awesome
Yeah.
if you could use Will with it, but
It could
And that's
be good.
the
I
other problem
just-
too, is you can't ever use a will or a guaranteed head flip mechanic with it. It's always you do have to flip the coin.
Yeah, I tried it out for like 3 hours on day one. I think I had like 9 tells in a row, and I crashed out, and I just deleted the bot or
That was
the.
my prompt too. The rescue scarf wouldn't have helped in my situations anyways. I was giving up the points no matter what.
One thing too, so kind of what Maddie was saying, how like that's a new unique interaction on that ability. The fact that it's just whenever the Pokemon gets KO'd, doesn't matter how it gets KO'd. Rescue Scarf is not like that. So although I did say you can pair it with Rescue Scarf, that's like the one downside is if it does get KO'd, you're not bringing it back. You still lose everything. But I don't know. That's my thoughts on Glamora on trying to still make it good. I'm coping.
Never mind. Terrible card. Everyone who commented on my video, you're wrong. I did put Rescue Scarf in there for a good reason.
I said
Definitely not that I
You're
just
welcome.
forgot. I just forgot that card existed, dude.
I said this when we reviewed the set. I think the card sucks, but the full art pretty cool. Like the full art.
Yeah, I like it too.
Are all the arts reused in this set? Do we know?
I have no idea.
There's
think
some
they might be.
cards.
You guys are the
No.
TCG players.
No,
Yeah,
they're not.
if you-
No.
Aren't the
No, no, no.
professors?
The rainbow's new. Oh, the actual full art EX might be reused actually for both Miraidon and Koraidon. I can't remember, but not that much was reused. I don't think.
Let's
You were holding one the other episode.
Yeah, you're holding up. a
Yeah, the
Miraidon.
Miraidon.
The
Yeah, I
Miraidon
got
was
the
definitely
Miraidon.
used.
It's here somewhere. The goat.
You got him around, or did you pack him
Or is
away?
it packed?
Where's my goat? No. I need these. I need to be shuffling something at my
Okay.
desk, or
Fair.
I'll
Yeah.
explode. Yeah, there he is.
How do you
He's
shuffle?
back.
You know how I shuffle? I do the Yu-Gi-Oh shuffle. You know what that is?
Is it
52
I
pickup,
think like
40 card
like where you
pickup.
take the cards and you go like this
Yeah.
Oh,
kind
that?
of. Yeah.
Yeah, I love doing that shit.
I
Dang.
think it's
Your
called
aura just went up when you did that, Tilly.
the Hindu shuffle, and it's like
Is that what it's called?
yeah,
Well, I saw it as a child on Yu-Gi-Oh, so I call it the Yu-Gi-Oh shuffle.
it's very popular in
Yeah.
Japan. Other region players usually don't shuffle that way because it's actually not a good way to randomize the deck.
That's the point. You're
Um,
cheating.
That's right. It's like a Yu-Gi-Oh player.
Yo,
Actually,
quick-
Japanese. This is totally not even related to the podcast, but like Japanese players regularly get penalized at like American tournaments because that's how they shuffle, and they'll get judge called because they're like, that is not a randomized deck. I'm sorry, you need to shuffle properly.
Quick side note, based on that shuffling, Jimbo. So I was at Locos playing, and I had a Mirror Force Ultra Rare. Back then, it was only like the only like way you could get it, right? It was like a 30, 40, $50 card, somewhere around that. Bro, I did that shuffle, and I bent the shit out of that card. And it was a tournament match. I was so tight. I was like, nah, this can't be happening. And you can see
And
the
then do you
crease
get
line in the
DQ'd
middle.
too?
I didn't get
Because it's
DQ'd.
like-
Back then,
It's
we
a
were
marked
just
card
chilling.
at that point.
We were just
Yeah.
people didn't give a fuck at that point.
At a Pokemon
Okay.
tournament, you would have gotten DQ'd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
I'm
would have
like,
got shot at the Pokemon.
For
tournament.
sure. You might have gone banned
I'm
for
like-
life, actually.
I bent the shit out of that. I was so heated. I'm like, I used that shit for like a whole month. I'm not gonna lie. People,
You know what I
did-
think we should do? Because we have like 7 people here and it's tough for everyone to get a chance to speak. Everyone should like say what their favorite deck they've been playing is. Give you guys a minute to talk about a card that you
Yo,
like
does
or a
does
deck that you like.
Discord have that like Microsoft Teams the hand
The hand
little
wave.
hand wave?
The Tilly's base.
Let's talk about the decks.
Let me go
Starting with
last.
Sek-
I
I want to start with Sekiro.
Yeah,
That's the Zoroark.
You're not
still,
gonna
man.
have one.
damn.
It's Zoroark.
Zoroark. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Zoroark with no change cards.
Kidding.
No
I
change
saw your
cards.
tournament list. I'm like, did he at least put a Roaring Moon in here? Nope. Same as last time.
Ooh.
Dude, Roaring Moon is so bad in the deck is all I'll say. But yeah, it's just Zoroark
know.
still. Deck is fun to play. It's not brain dead like most pocket decks, but it's just fun.
What would you have changed if you could have made a change to that deck? Looking
No,
back.
just I would have just drew better. I don't think
I'd
there's
just
any
been
changes
better,
that I would
bro.
like to make. Because
Alright,
like
love it.
you might want to like put a PCL in, but like there's just no room, and you just wake up anyways. So like
We were
whatever.
kind of thinking that, I think, on the tournament stream is like, what about maybe a PCL instead of? I think you were running a popsicle, right?
Dude, Popsicle's just so busted. Like you,
I know.
Like that-
I know you get a lot of value out of popsicle sometimes, but PCL could have been nice.
Yeah, but like, I just flip like the Zoroark coin is pay to win, is what I'll say. I don't want to
Yeah.
hog it too much.
Honestly, well, yeah, we said it for you on the stream too. So, I think that coin is definitely treating you well. I would keep at it.
Yeah, I fumbled in top 32 though, so
You
rest in
you
peace.
didn't
You did not
lose
fumble,
to
bro.
Sleep
You are
Scam, right?
not. You are never winning against Magnezone with that Miraidon in there. There's no
Yeah, the
way.
Miraidon has changed the matchup. It used to be favored for Zoroark, but now it's unfavored because of Miraidon. So
Yeah.
I was gonna say you didn't lose to Sleep Scam, right? Like it wasn't like a coin flip.
Yeah, it was
mechanic
double
that you
work for
lost
you.
to, so yeah, so
Miraidon's gonna be everywhere,
it
so
you-
that's the unfortunate truth for your matchup coming up.
Didn't he hit the nuts on you game 3 too? He went Licia into Clement.
I was weeping, bro.
Yeah. That was heartbreaking.
He like
dude.
took like 30 seconds. I was like, please just no Licia, please no Licia. He hits me with the Licia next turn, bro. Please no Clemon, please no fucking. I'm like, dude, what am I supposed to do? It's like, and then Sabrina's bottom 5.
Bro, I tuned in to that top deck Cyrus, by the way. I just opened up the app and I'm like,
We don't
holy
talk about
shit.
that. We don't talk about
This
I
motherfucker.
want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. My man Sekiro,
This
the
guy got
best
plot
Zoroark
armor.
pilot in the world, missed lethal.
Okay,
That's
so Jambo, me and you think the same way. We're thinking about the negatives, and
I
I'm
knew
like,
no, I did. The second you did that, I explained it on stream. I explained your
he
thought
defended
process
you.
to
He
them.
did. Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
So, and I don't know if I top decked the Dark Ride. I don't know if like they Mars me to the Dark Ride, but in my mind, I'm like, he's swinging on my guy. I'm gonna swap out. He's gonna Jirachi ping me. I'm gonna lose. I need to lucky ice pop the Zoroark and snap Osiris. And then I got the Dark Ride, and then I'm like, well, I didn't even like think about that in my mind. You know, I was still thinking about like the losing plays, like lucky ice
Yeah.
popping and stuff. So I swap out, and then I didn't even know about that. I didn't even know it was at 110 until somebody sent me a screenshot. I'm like, oh. But or was it the aura points to be able to get that lucky 1 out of 7 top deck my lucky number? So who knows?
Maybe that was it. Yeah, exactly. You just had to spice it up.
Roll with it.
Yep.
All right,
who's
Jimbo,
next?
what's your favorite deck, man?
you know, if you asked me yesterday, I would have said Granori Raging Bolt, but now Espeon's a thing, so I'm not gonna play that.
I thought you said Espeon for a minute. I was gonna be like, oh shit.
No, not Espeon. No, the deck I've been playing today, Terrapagos Daycare.
That deck is fun.
Just so sleep.
What's up?
I said so sleep.
Terrapagos Daycare?
Sleep with
Yeah,
extra steps.
there's
I
2
like
Dark
Rapid
Rays and an
Yes.
Iggly buff in there, man.
You know what? You can, yeah.
Is it? I do have a question about Terrapagos. Is it not more worthwhile to play Arceus with the ability that Arceus has, even though
You
it's
get
less
to
HP and less
140
damage?
really fast, surprisingly.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I guess you're right.
And it takes care of the Miraidons and Koraidons
the
you be
the
seeing.
Arceus being at the less HP's like so get hit by an Iggly buff, and then you still get KO'd by the Altaria.
With Arceus?
Yeah, because you're at 130
Yeah.
HP. You take the 10.
Right. Yeah. Also,
So
130 damage is a lot worse than 140.
Correct.
You're not
Yeah.
that dependent on
130
the
is
field,
way
your
worse.
bench too.
Yeah. But so I'm running Terrapagos with like also it's like Terrapagos and Kangaskhan right now, because it has the extra HP.
I had that thought, but
like
I'm just
Terrapagos.
too many big mons. But like then again, we had that
I mean,
Snorlax
like, the deck
yeah.
is 14 basics,
Yeah.
so like
How many
Well,
baby
I'm-
Pokemon are you playing in there?
right now I'm playing 8.
Damn.
Okay, so yeah, that's not a concern. You don't need to
He's
leave.
going back to the
Yeah.
to the roots.
So
I
it's
have one
impossible not to start with
Ilima
one.
in case I lead like Kangaskhan or Terrapagos, and somehow like my other 5 cards in hand are like double copycat, double, double research, and I don't know, like a Ilima. I have the Ilima, so we're good. We're chilling.
There we go.
Feel like that card like has potential like
In the
I
future,
don't
maybe.
know.
It feels super good with the sleep package because, Darkrai is much more of an attacker than you would expect, right? Because it's 3 colorless. You just charge it up once. Like you can set up. You set up your like Terrapagos, and then if they're trying to slow play you, to make it so your Terrapagos has to go in first to get like hit, like if they're playing Lucario or something. You can then start charging your Darkrai instead of like going in, and then you just go in with the Darkrai instead. And that puts them on, if you lose this coin flip, you actually might be getting KO'd going into my turn, and then you're really fucked. So it's actually pretty good.
Jay,
But yeah,
hit us with
who's
your
next?
favorite deck.
Well, I don't know. I guess can I go with my Glamora deck that I've just been hyping up
Yeah.
the entire podcast
Yeah,
so
why
far?
not?
I think I'll go with that. Yeah, that was my favorite. I've got to re-record the footage, and I've been so busy with the tournament, I haven't had a chance to like actually put out a video of my own yet. But that's my goal. Keep an eye out for my Rescue Scarf Glamora, my Gilmora girl deck. Gonna be the scarf and a Glamora.
Gilmore girl. That's funny.
But no, I like that. I like that with King Gambit. It's working. I again with the scarf and being able to get up to like making your opponent have to go through like 4 or 5 prize points consistently. It's a lot more fun than I initially thought.
Can I tangent real quick? King Gambit's weak to grass, is it not? The card,
Why?
Dude,
So
it is
does that
pissing me
not
off
make
so
sense?
much.
That's the worst thing. It's literally 4
It
times
should be
weak
weak
to fighting.
to fighting.
It's so silly. I'm sorry.
I
had to
was
just
ranting
mention
about
that.
this to Tilly
Ruined my
like
day.
20 minutes before this.
I mean, I would say, yeah, no, that's inexcusable there.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
of course, I was getting matched up to nothing but Mega Sceptile when I was playing that deck too. Now that you mentioned that, I'm like, yeah, I think it was
Best.
actually weak to grass. Yeah.
What about Rosie? Did you go yet?
I haven't gone. So, are you asking my favorite deck in general to play, or from this past season? Because I have an answer for both.
Go both.
Same both.
I guess
Why
both.
not
then.
both?
Yeah, go
Right,
ahead.
my favorite deck of all time, Bannett in DD. And it is viable, and I know it's viable and ranked. I promise. I have gone on win streaks with it. I did have a version where
Drop
I added
her from the
Altaria.
call.
You don't really need it. That's crazy. I'm telling you, it's a good deck. Run it with Team Rocket Grunts and 1 Jinx for Oricorio, which it one-shots. I know it sounds crazy, but it's good. This past season, actually, Zoroark, Bombardier, Absol Darkrai, but I run it with 2 Cyrus, and a PCL and a Hiking Trail. I run it a little bit differently than Sekiro was running it, but I find it's better with the double Cyrus for me personally.
Based.
What do you
Are
what do
you
you think
putting,
about
the
like, the current
Dunsparce in your
set?
Bennett deck?
Dunsparce, okay. All
What?
right, listen.
Energy
I,
denial.
I can see that being good. You want them to be stacking as much energy as possible to try to counter Bannett. That way you can go in within DD and hit for a lot. That's kind of like the idea behind it. Usually people forget what Bannett does as well because nobody runs it, which is usually how I end up winning. But
I've only ever played against Bennett playing something like Mega Venusaur.
oof.
I've had that. That's
Yeah,
the only
every
time
time
I've
where
run
you're
into
like,
that
I
deck.
need 5 energy.
Yeah.
That's insane work. Damn. Venusaur.
Oh yeah, but
versus
what about the
that?
current set? What about the
Insane.
current set? Are you playing anything from that, or have you gotten around to it?
I think she
I'm
said
gonna be
Zorak,
kicked.
right?
I'm gonna
Zorak.
be kicked when I tell you from the current set.
Maybe it's even worse.
Espeon was
Do it, Rosie.
Espeon was the very first. I know. Espeon was the first thing that I ran. Like when we ripped packs, the first deck I made was Espeon, and I ran it actually without Igglybuff. I run it. I replaced 2 Igglybuffs in the Sleep Scam deck with 2 X speeds for Darkrai's. I kind of run it a little bit more. Yeah, I don't run it with the Igglybuffs. I find that you don't really need them because Espeon's so fast.
Wait, they took the X speeds out of this deck?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
lead
Oh,
with
yeah.
because if you
But
lead
yeah,
with Eevee, it's fine.
It
Yeah.
makes sense because your odds of leading Darkrai are significantly
low now.
lower
Yeah.
Right.
I love being able to Sabrina in that Darkrai and they just get stuck in the place.
All I'll say, bro, real ones opened the pack. They saw Espeon. They looked the other way. They didn't even. we didn't even register it.
I'm evil, guys.
Avoid it.
Sorry. It's so good. If you're up against a fighting type deck and you have Eevee, you have Espeon, double Darkrai, you're hitting for 100 for 1 energy, turn 2.
Okay, I won't lie.
Good.
Espeon is low-key a little ethical only because Mega Lucario is also a war crime. They're
Bro,
both cancer.
I was talking about this on my video, bro. Everyone's got their own like moral code for the game. Like everyone's got their own thing.
I
Some
listened to
people
that
are like
was
way-
honestly so good.
Huh?
I listened to that rant and I was like, he's spitting. Like,
Yeah, bro. 'Cause some people are like, if you like, I don't even play EXs. Like EXs are too overpowered.
Oh, those people, yeah.
I'm the most pure. Everyone's got their own moral code with the game, and it's like it's whatever. It doesn't actually matter.
I like to imagine a future or an alternate reality where the Badoo doesn't just turn off the ability of like the Pokemon you attack, but like all of your opponent's Pokemon, and then Badoo would be relevant and would counter Darkrai. But
Yeah.
Nah,
It
dude, they would
negated
just go
like
first.
the ability for the following turn, no matter what.
yeah,
your
they
opponent's
just go
ability.
first, and then you leave. It should have just been. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway,
You could put Leaf Cape on Badoo.
shoot, facts. Did I go yet? Is anyone
Wow.
else?
No, you have not.
Look
Tell us
at that.
about that
Are you
great
proud of
Tusk.
me? I've been quiet this whole time. Been listening. Been learning
Great
to listen.
Tusk. Great Tusk. Great Tusk.
Yeah. Well, first of all, if anyone didn't know, my favorite deck of all time is Stokezard with Sylveon, of course, the greatest deck ever. But,
Jimbo.
I need some tomatoes.
Boo
Uh,
this
Throw your
man.
Bulbasaur at the screen.
this season, I really do enjoy Great Tusk and like the whole ancient fighting package. I think Koraidon's kind of slept on. I think a lot of people are just sort of playing it in Lucario, and I kind of said from the beginning, I don't think it's a bad card, but it just doesn't really add a lot of value in something like Lucario. But
It
I think
adds a turn 0 loss condition.
exactly.
So
Literally.
like
That's what Koraidon will do whenever
Yeah.
you put it in a deck. But I think Great Tusk is kind of broken. Like I think getting it to 180 HP, especially if you go second, right? Like it's a single prize Pokemon that does 80 damage for 2, and you can you can put it up to 180 HP, and it's kind of crazy. And you just keep it alive. I run like PCL, some lucky ice pops, and I play right now. I'm playing like 2 Great Tusk, 1 Furfrou, just to kind of fix that math so that I don't lead Koraidon. But also the cool thing with Furfrou is not only is it a good lead into like the baby Pokemon like Igglybuff and whatnot, but it also doesn't take any damage from Great Tusk's attack when Furfrou's on the bench. And its retreat cost is 1, which is nice. And then, 180 HP Great Tusks. And then when you go into Koraidon, if you keep a booster ready, you get starting planes. It's 210 HP Koraidon, which is kind of crazy to be. I think it's not bad at all.
Do you play damage modifiers or
No,
or
I think I play 1 Karina. I've been trying 1 Karina.
Okay.
Just to kind of maybe fix that math sometimes, because there's some healing, like going 80 into 110 isn't always a KO. It's 190, which is a good number for
Yeah.
certain matchups, right? But if they do play healing or a giant cape, then having that Karina as an option, which is good, or those megas, which have like 210, like a Sceptile,
Yeah.
or, so 1 Karina makes a little bit of sense to me. I don't even think Sada's that needed. I have tried 1 Sada into the deck, but I think healing and just sort of like lucky ice pops and PCLs are just sort of better in the meta with a lot of sleep going around. You have 180 HP, dude. Do you understand how long it will take to go down to like a Igglybuff Darkrai thing? Like, sure, you can get stuck in sleep, but with ice pops and PCL, like, they're probably not even going to be able to KO.
Espeon does chunk you because you're weak to Psychic.
Yes, and that's the one downside about this deck is that for some reason, and I just talked about King Gambit weak to Grass, but Great Tusk is weak to Psychic when it should be
that's
weak to
another weird
Grass.
one.
I know,
Yeah.
but I think whatever.
Hold on.
I'm
Let me-
okay with
let me check
Koraidon
the
being weak
official
to Psychic.
scripts.
Sweet.
Great Tusk from the TCG weak to Psychic too.
Yeah, it's stupid. I mean, I guess it's a primary fighting probably, but it's a Dawn fan, and Dawn fan is a ground, right? Whatever. I like the deck. To me, that's the only downside is that sleep and psychic is super popular. But,
I thought about putting a Rocky helmet in there, man, and just like against sleep, maybe I just throw a helmet on the Tusk instead, and that like heal it a bunch with ice pops.
Yeah.
But I'm having trouble with the space because I'm trying like the Brock Onyx build, so I can attach the Great Tusk in the active, and then Brock to like the bench Onyx, so I still keep the energy in play.
You
Either
can't
way, it's not like it feels amazing like tier
Yeah.
1, but it feels like it's somewhat working.
it's strong, like that's I just think maybe it's not well positioned into what people are playing right now, but it's definitely not bad. Like it's inherently strong. Maybe double Furfrou, but starting planes Furfrou's of course 90 HP, and you're not taking any. You're taking minus 20, so even that might be able to, tank an Espeon, I believe. So yeah, I mean, that's my favorite deck right now. I do like
It's fun.
the future Cybox deck as well, but I don't know. I'm surprised it's doing as well as it's doing. in
Yeah,
tournament.
I don't get how it's doing good. Like the HP is just way too low in that deck. Is like
Yeah.
my main problem.
Yeah. No,
I
The
don't.
damage output, I just don't think it's real.
Yeah, I think it's fake.
I
I
I'll
think
talk.
people-
I'll talk about it when because that's my favorite deck.
yeah. Yeah.
So maybe it's your turn to go.
I guess so. I have a lot of games played with it. I'm on okay, so like the biggest problem that I'm running into already is that you do want the Iron Crown because it can be a free attacker. I'm playing against people in not ranked who are wise enough to just leave their bench down to like one Pokemon. In ranked, I can only imagine that's going to get worse, and the bench management's going to be even better. So Iron Crown's not doing a whole lot in the beginning, but I am currently on double Rocky Helmet, double Future Booster. So I force them to attack into an Iron Crown, take 20, and then I can follow that up with like the Iron Leaves and then an Iron Boulder. And like the damage is not the problem from those guys. It's just that the Iron Crown is kind of mid. And sometimes you just don't get the correct draws. I don't know. The deck needs a lot to work. And so I'm like waiting to see a list that impresses me. Even the ones at tournaments, I look at them and go, this doesn't look right to me.
The thing that I kind of like, I feel like you want to play Peculiar Plaza in that deck, but also the new Stadium Area Zero is really good with all of those
Yeah, I'm on double
basics.
Plaza. I'm not playing the Area Zero. I think that
Right.
card is garbage.
But the
Area
extra
Zero
draws
is
suck, too.
buns, man. It's buns.
It's
the
no
most
zero
available?
card advantage. So
Yeah.
I
it's
do
just
agree.
cycling.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't really have basics that I want to throw away. I have the second Iron Crown. That's it. Everyone else, when I get them, they're going on the bench. I'm not trading my one of Iron Boulder for another card that potentially might help. And having double Plaza is way too good because there's too many bad starters in that deck.
Yeah, Plaza's way better, for sure. I mean, it's better than no stadium, I guess, but it's not worth, I don't think, taking the spot of other stadiums, probably.
I don't think so. But yeah, that's how I've been running it. Double Rocky Helmet's what I've been experimenting with at the moment. Works really good into Miraidon. A Miraidon comes up and you just have like anything to counter knock it out. That matchup doesn't feel so bad. And Sleep, it really just depends on how your coin flips go because I don't really have space for a PCL. And using a PCL on a guy with 100 HP feels
It's silly.
so bad.
But PCL on a 180 Great Tusk feels great.
True and real. And you're so brave for saying that.
Yeah. My thing with Sleep is like because it is an RNG coin flip deck inherently, like it's going to be dominant and popular and it's going to always be able to win, but it's never going to be one of those like super oppressive decks that, we're not going to be able to deal with.
I feel oppressed.
We'll see. This
Find
season
out
could be
tomorrow.
different. It has been buffed.
Yep. We'll find
But
out
I
tomorrow.
assume Mag Miraidon's going to win probably every tournament this season, but we'll see.
I'm curious to see if, well, first off, I do imagine that we see a whole ton of Meg Miraidon showing up tomorrow, but I'm curious if somebody comes up with a good counter for it tomorrow. We were kind of talking like there's not really a great counter to it just due to the fact that Miraidon can drop the game-ending bomb at turn 5.
We just hit a
Definitely see
single
more
meta now?
Mars. We'll see
Yeah.
more
I don't know.
Mars. I
have
There
an
is a
idea.
counter.
There is a counter. Don't say it, Sekiro. Don't say it.
No, I was gonna say it's
Oh.
Lucario, but Lucario gets destroyed by
okay, that's fine.
Espeon,
Yeah.
but then Espeon gets destroyed by the Miraidon. So yeah, it might be just a triangle meta at the top.
I thought you were
I-
talking
Like
about
Tilly
my
said.
secret tech.
Oh,
Um,
I already
Oh,
figured
no,
out
that's
what
mine
it
too.
is.
I
know
think
what it
your
is.
Secret
Miraidon
Tech
stuff's
also?
really good into it, personally. So.
It has to be.
Wait, what are we?
You guys chomping on people tomorrow or what? Is that what you're planning on
I
maybe
have, I
doing?
have a secret tech. I don't know how well it's gonna work out. I've been trying. I'm actually playing right now, hoping to like queue into a Miraidon at some point so I can test it out to see if it works.
Well,
but it's
technically,
pretty
this
bad.
video won't come out till Pokémon tomorrow. So
Fuck, should we talk about it?
You are good. Yeah, spill the
Yeah.
secrets. I'm
It-
so curious.
Oh, dude,
it is coming out
Smoochum.
like
It's
at
Smoochum.
8 a.m.
Wow.
Smoochum?
Smoochum
No,
default.
you're
when
lying.
when Terrapagos gets KO'd by the 11 energy Miraidon, the Smoochum one-shots it.
mine's something
Yeah,
else.
Indeedee as well. Indeedee
That is
will just
similar.
one-hit KO of Miraidon.
So, okay, so unironically, you guys remember the Ogerpon, Leafeon, Espeon, and Indeedee deck? If you slot in, well, not only do you have Indeedee, you can slot in the non-EX Espeon. and you could just one shot the Miraidon like that. So like that, it also beats Lucario, it beats Sleep with the Ogre Pond, and then it beats Miraidon potentially. Might actually not be that bad.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking. It kind of beats all three of those decks, right?
Is that guy? Wait, was that Espeon 1 energy psychic attack?
Yeah, it's 1 energy.
At the Espeon Leafeon, that deck is one of my
Holy
favorites from last
days.
season. It lasted about 5 days though.
So it does beat all the top 3 decks right now, is what I realized the other day. Because I was like, they ruined Espeon by making it unethical. How do I make actual Espeon good again?
Yeah.
And then that's when it hit me.
You said it
You
beats
think it
Miraidon,
beats
Mag?
Altaria? I
It should be, because I mean the Oricorios can't really do any damage.
Is that
Or
what we're worried about,
Espeon used to be able to beat Oricorio. I guess I don't know if but that was in the, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
well
Igglybuff-
now that'll just infinite stack into a Miraidon sweep. No.
Well, you just play double fucking non-EX Espeon, bro. You just knock out an Oricorio and they just can never go into Miraidon. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
Espeon's
see,
got
dude.
100 HP, so one
has to be a
heal
way.
and it's got a 3 hit you, or an Oricorio has to 3 hit you.
There has to be
There-
something there. Yeah.
there is the new Iron Jugulus, which has got rough skin. Is that going to be
He's
good?
bad.
Rough skin,
No.
Rocky Helmet, Iron Jugulus to beat Sleep. No.
You can pick him up, a professor.
It's literally Druddigan with no different stats. I don't think. Does that have the
I think
same
it's got more
HP and
HP. Yeah, it
retreat
does.
cost?
It's Dark type, dude. It's got a single energy attack cost. It's
Wow,
also
so it
feature
now
you can
has a
scoop it up.
weakness. Yeah,
Dude.
and now instead of Leaf, you play Turo.
Woohoo! He's like,
Just
"Wow,
what I
let's
wanted.
have a weakness." Now it's got a weakness. That's crazy. I mean, that's but to be fair, that's why I like this Koraidon Tusk stuff, because I feel like I just beat Miraidon super easily, and then lose to Altaria super easily. But
I don't,
of-
bro, because again, I'm
you know.
playing no damage mod, so when Miraidon comes up, I can't even one-shot it with my Koraidon. I've got weakness. I'm not killing a Miraidon.
Koraidon was designed so badly. Like, I don't know why they try to limit him. Not only does he not do enough damage, discards a card, doesn't have access to Professor Turo. So if you leave, you just so many flaws with that card. I don't know what they were scared of by making it good. It's not
Here's my
bad, but it's
thought
like
on-
also not good.
when it comes in at
Here's my thought on
210
it.
HP, it's kind of imposing though. You
Yeah,
know?
and then the Altaria 2-shots there, bro. Or he does 110 damage, do like 2 lucky ice pops, and nothing's dying to that guy.
Yeah, well, that's the
So-
issue is the breakpoints. But it 2-hit KOs anything without healing. So that's the concept of it, you know.
My thought is Miraidon seems really good right off rip, but Koraidon I think has potential to be good later on down the line with like upcoming sets and stuff. Like I don't know
agree.
what electric cards are gonna really make Miraidon better other than just things that generate electric energy. But like there's a
Electric
lot
Misty.
of there's a lot of fighting cards though. Like again, I keep thinking like Mega Groudon's gonna be happening at the end of this year at the very latest, and I can only imagine what the ability on that would be.
Well,
But-
Mega would be a fire, no? Would it not be a
Would it
fire
be
type?
fire?
No, it'd be a
Is-
fight.
well,
Well,
the
they
primal is
could.
fire and ground. What was in the
Primal, I guess.
TCG, Tilly? Was it?
It was fighting.
ground?
That was
Okay.
the maybe.
Okay. I was gonna say I looked it up
greatest
and
deck of all
I looked it
time.
up and I remember it being fighting in the
Yeah.
TCG. So
Nah,
I
it'll
would
be fighting
imagine it would be. Okay.
Although-
Fingers are crossed. Because
That's
otherwise,
good.
this whole Koraidon talk is out the window. But I'm hoping we get something that again, like down the line, makes Koraidon a little bit better. Like what?
I think it's underrated.
know.
I don't
Yeah.
really don't even think it's that bad.
People,
my
I,
should play it
It's
tomorrow,
also
you know,
like
tournament.
people have not been playing, or I don't know if they're determined and they're just getting demolished. 'cause
Nobody's
It
playing.
actually is a fake deck, but yeah, every time I've seen Koraidon as well, it is like it's in Lucario, or they're playing like 2 Great
What?
Tusk and 1 Koraidon, or
That's-
2 Koraidon, 2 Great Tusk, and it's like okay, so 50% of the time we're just saying we kind of lose immediately.
I don't see how else you could play Koraidon effectively other than playing Tusk, which has a ton of HP, and then you just don't bench anything. You know what I mean? Because it does like that's the only deck that I think like it synergizes with Koraidon.
Yeah,
Because nothing else is
yeah.
gonna survive that long to pile up the energies. You know what I mean?
Does Furfrou block the
Yes.
Tusk ability? It does.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I tried the deck myself, but then I know this is like obviously not gonna happen every time. I tried the deck. I not even like memeing. I led Koraidon 3 times in a row. Just my RNG was terrible that day, and I just gave up.
What's your basic count though? What are you playing?
I played 2 Furfrou, 2 Tusk, and then 1 Koraidon.
Oh, dude, see, okay, and like I believe you that you led Koraidon 3 times in a row, but I'm pretty sure
No, I know that's not average. I know that's like
you
it's
got
just
like a
one of those
4%
days. I'm like, I'm
chance
good.
every game.
You know? Would it not be worthwhile to run a second Koraidon just to like even fix that though? Like
No.
if you do start a second
No.
Koraidon, or
No.
you do start a Koraidon, just run the second one and get it out of the active, and
And then they Cyrus it back in.
Yeah, but
that's
but
true.
the
Oh, and then
issue
you
is
lost all
that
your energy.
then you're not doing anything. You know what I mean? Like that's the
2
core
free
issue.
points.
Yeah.
The thing about Great Tusk is sometimes like I go into Koraidon after the one Tusk goes down and I'm already starting to set up a second one, or like I know they haven't even taken a KO by the time I go into Koraidon in sort of the mid to late game, and if Koraidon does go down, I just have a Tusk in the back, you know, to finish. Like that's kind of how I feel about it. I literally don't think I think Koraidon is so limiting. Like there's just no reason to play this card other than like a very particular type of strategy.
I agree. Yep.
You know, Miraidon's not so much though. You would think that's the case because everyone's playing with Magnezone, but like you can. There's those kind of turbo Miraidon decks that just pay like double Turo and they just sort of scoop
Bro,
and you know. And,
Palmont Miraidon's really fun. That was the first thing I tried was Palmont Miraidon, and it. I mean, when you hit
There
those
was-
paralyzes, it's disgusting. And then
There was a-
Nimona can one shot everything in the current meta.
I saw like a Pichu Zero Aura just like turbo Miraidon deck, and it was doing somewhat well in a large tournament.
I don't like those versions because you have to depend on that Zera getting that.
Yeah.
Can I wanted to share a thought that I had about Miraidon. If Jolteon EX is out into the active and Miraidon comes out and attaches all of its energy, that's 20 per energy that's attached to it. So I think we might be seeing a resurgence. I just built a Jolteon Ogre
That's a
Pond
great
deck right
idea.
now.
Well,
And it's
That's
good.
hilarious. Yeah, it'll
Wait,
just
does
KO
Jolteon
itself.
not say
is
from
Jolteon
the
from
energy
the
zone?
energy zone? Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I
does it?
thought. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think
Oh, no
elemental
way.
Jimbo's on the
switch
game.
trigger.
Yeah, wait, you're right.
Because
It
Flame
wouldn't
Patch
because
doesn't
it's
take
from
damage,
energy
right?
zone.
Yeah.
And I
he
think like
switched-
Bayonet
Oh, I hate
and Ninetales, like I think all of those restriction cards say from the energy zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Nah, that would have
gonna
been a
double check on
crazy
Jolteon.
cook.
There's no way around the guy.
Oh man, I
just
was so
nukes up-
excited too.
We're so
Nukes itself
close.
on summon.
I
That'd be
don't think
insane.
Mag Miraidon's going to be that hard to like build a counter meta around. I just think it's not the deck everyone's trying to counterplay at the moment.
It's
you
just
know what I mean?
it's not Zoroark, I'll tell you that.
Iron Boulder handles him. My goat.
Rosie was whooping
Also-
my butt with Indeedee and well, I'll go ahead and say it, Espeon, but Indeedee Espeon was disgusting. Like being able to use that stack up with more energy effect on Indeedee, you completely counter any
Yeah, you wanna
Miraidon
KO
stack
Miraidon.
up attempt. Yeah.
Yeah, I ran into
Ooh,
that. I
yeah.
was Ndidi will one hit KO a Miraidon pretty aggressively. You know what other card's not terrible is the Walking Wake card. I know like the whole package there is terrible, but that card specifically is not
Oh no,
that
it's
bad.
good.
It's not bad at all. It's 60 and then 20 at every bench for 2 energies. It's water fire. You can baby into it. It's got you can put the booster on. I think it goes to like 150.
I'm on
HP.
I'm on the train that there's some cook. I just haven't thought of it. Nobody's ran it yet in a tournament, but there's some cook between all 3 of those ancient dragons and Asada.
See, the
And maybe
problem
some
is
I-
they
energy
all destroy
generators.
energy. It's not possible.
I talked about that whole thing. The problem is that each of those Pokemon have a different specific energy requirement. So one is fire water, one's fire lightning, one's lightning water. So it's like not only do you need the right Pokemon, but then you need the right coordination of energies at that time. And I know you have Sada, but that doesn't mean that they're going to come out of the zone, effectively the way you need them to. That deck has
Yeah.
so many It's almost like they didn't play test it. Like there's no way they could have tested that and been like, this is not the worst.
You
thing
think they
ever.
play test?
I think they do sometimes, actually.
I don't think they do.
Because who play tested Koraidon and put all those limits like restrictions on him? Then that's what
Dude, I
wanna
don't
know.
think Koraidon's that bad. I'm trying to tell people it's not.
But no, but
it's not
like,
that
why
bad.
did he have to discard the top of the card? That's what I don't get. Like, I feel like there's
'Cause-
just no need for that.
You're not supposed to use it until you're finishing the game anyway.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I get it. I don't think it
Like,
needed.
I
that
don't know how you're
restriction,
hating,
but-
bro. You
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
me
yeah.
beat a Mega Mawile with it.
True.
Dude, I was having a great
I,
time beating Mega Lucario's.
I
with Koraidon.
unironically just beat Koraidon in my Terrapagos daycare deck where I missed both Kangaskhan and Terrapagos, and I just charged up one singular Darkrai, and it soloed the deck.
Bad list.
What was their? Yeah, what were they
Power
playing?
Ace one.
Did he lead Koraidon?
OP.
No, he led Hitmontop.
Oh, that's
All bad
that's not
list.
yeah, it's not good.
That's kind of my problem with the Furfrou too. Is he's like not that he doesn't have that much HP, and so I'm not
It's just a
I
baby
just don't
killer.
feel like that energy is gonna live on it for that long. Yeah, and if it does kill a baby though, it just like oh, here's Altaria.
Well, it's only one energy though.
But it suckers them in.
Yeah, but
into
one's so
Altaria,
important
and
when
then
you have
they
to
get a
if you
hit.
go first and have to manually attach.
Going
Like-
first is that deck is not great going first. That's the for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Because you do just kind of have to abandon whatever's in the active spot. It's like something's probably... If you don't find, like, Ancient Booster plus starting planes, like, that Tusk is probably not living for that long, or for a Frau.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
What do you guys think is going to win tomorrow in Matt's tournament? Is it going to be the biggest one of the week?
I think that we aren't gonna have a winner tomorrow because Top Cut is Sunday.
Well,
True.
you know what I mean. You're like a
I
grammar.
think we're gonna.
I'm not gonna say it. You know what I'm
The
gonna
video
say.
comes out tomorrow, so technically, you say it.
Yeah, I
you
guess
said it
by the
right.
time, but he's kind of right in a sense, right? By the time this drops, we might already have a winner in Pocket Match.
Thinking a step
so.
ahead. I think
It's
it'll
12
to be
o'clock
fair.
EST. Actually, tomorrow we will know the winner.
Yeah.
I don't think you
Pretty
guys
much.
want me to break it down, but you could pretty easily calculate like what's likely going to be at the top of the
I'll-
standings.
Guess,
Yeah,
yeah.
if
Can
you
you
have
add
Guess
the
what's
Pocket
at the
Match
top of
tournament to,
Give
Metagame.
us-
like,
give us
Kalshi or something
your-
for me?
Chat
What's up?
GPT brain. Calc.
Can we get Pocket Mads on DraftKings?
So,
Yo, that would be
Alright.
broken.
dude, we should put it like Kalshi or something.
Yeah.
I need to sign a deal.
Yeah, I'm sure
It'd be
there
hilarious.
would be no people throwing games and banging.
I'll take 20%.
It'd be...
I have a hot take.
Definitely
bro.
would not become a
side
millionaire
table bet.
overnight.
He's like, people are like, yo, I got $500 on you losing here. He said,
yeah, you
split
know
it
how
with you.
easy it would be to buy out the guy in the finals?
Yeah, so easy. Especially
Well,
with the
Mads,
limited prize pool we have.
Mads is gonna check that. Anybody want to go?
I think it's gonna be a grass deck. Hot take.
That's
I think
that's a
the-
great take.
There's gonna be
That's such a good
I was
take.
two
gonna say it might be
2
Sceptile.
billion
Such a
sleep
good take.
players.
Such
That
a good
ogre
take.
pawn gonna be working overtime.
Such a good take.
Sceptile's here to farm, man.
I think so. I think it might be Masquerada.
I think. Has it
But
been seeing a lot of play
Sceptile's
so
more
far
likely.
this season?
It did get to the okay. So in like the 4 big tournaments of like 150 people plus, one of them sleep players had a negative win rate. If you look at like the top 16, it's like a bunch of Sceptiles and Masqueradas, or like a couple of them. So
That last
It's probably
that
is gonna
last
be Sceptile,
weekend,
but-
the last PMPT I think was like 40% across both sleep decks, which is crazy.
yeah. Or Hydreigon would win somehow because it's Pocket Mats, and that's the face.
Yeah,
of the
that's
brand.
like that should be your mascot, bro. That should be your
It's
mascot.
coming back. Honestly, it could very well come back.
Yeah, I mean, I
do
think
you
there's
guys
gonna be a
think?
lot of sleep, but Mag winning Jays. Well, I mean, to be fair, they were both. The finals was Mag, Maridon, and Sleep Altaria, right? So it's like we can expect a large portion of the metagame to be those decks.
That's what I'm.
And I
guessing,
also
too.
think those two decks are kind of also like pub stomper gatekeeper type decks where like there's gonna be some things that are good into them, but like all of those decks, like half the tournament are gonna play just really not good decks, like just because it's a new season. So those two top decks are gonna have insanely high win rates throughout day one because they're just gonna be hitting all these terrible matchups. So day two will be almost overwhelmingly the majority Altaria, Sleep, and Magnezone, which means that anything counterplay to either of those two decks, hard counterplay, has a really good shot, like Sek was saying, which grass would be, I think, good for Sleep. And then I think it's going to come down to if Mag can beat grass. That's my opinion. Or if Sleep dodges everything. There could be a Sleep player that dodges every counterplay in day two. That does happen sometimes.
A Zorwar could win if they dodge every single Maridon, which actually happened in a tournament at the same time as Jazz.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's all about the seeding. You never know. I do not
That
think
part's
fighting
very true.
will do well though.
I-
I would be
No.
shocked.
I don't think so.
Although maybe though, like that's the thing. Like if just the
No.
way if we get enough fighting and they just start beating the Magnezone decks, you know what
Look,
I mean?
I'm planning on
so-
bringing Terrapagos. Can we just say that there's going to be 0 fighting?
can we get let's have Pocket Match play in his own tournament with
It's
the
at-
great Tusk.
Dude, I would not.
Dude, I
make
don't
day
even
two,
feel
dude.
like that's a bad call. Like you can only counter so many decks, and it's like you just bank on. Well, the fighting decks are gonna lose to the 200 people playing Altaria Espeon, so I just won't ever match up against one. Like you kind of just have to win 2 rounds, and you're probably good. At that point, every Lucario's taking an L.
Here's my issue last time daycare was good and I brought it to a big tournament, the biggest counter in the meta was, what was it? It was Guzzlord. Guzzlord 17 trainers.
Some energy drainer. Yeah, it was.
And Guzzlord 17 trainers was less than 5% of the meta share of that tournament, and I queued into 3 of them. So
Base.
okay, there's that. And then remember when I played I brought it was the first time I entered a Pocket Mez, and I was bringing Zeragren Ori, and it had a good matchup into literally everything, except it was even into Hydreigon, but everybody was bad at the game and thought it was losing to Hydreigon. And then there was also, there was a 2% meta share of Decidueye, and that is like a 90-10 matchup, and that is what I queued into twice. So, yeah, I have terrible pairing luck in tournaments. I'm worried.
Yeah,
I'm worried.
same.
I always find it so funny because like whatever does end up getting first place at this weekend, like it really doesn't matter. The thing that everyone always does is they put so much stock into whatever wins. You know what I mean? There could be 5 decks in top 8, but if a deck gets first place and no other player is anywhere close up in the standings, like all of a sudden a ton of people will play whatever deck got first. You know? So like the results will have implications for like the week moving forward, but it doesn't actually tell you much in terms of what's actually the best. You know what I mean?
Remember that one time that in Mythical Island Golem spiked
Yes.
the tournament?
Yes.
And then
That
the
was
next
awesome.
week there was like it is a
Bunch of them
massive
just
meta
flooding.
share
Yeah.
of golems, and they did like literally fucking nothing. Like,
3 points.
yeah.
The good days.
Yeah. And that's how it goes. But I think enough people are gonna play the top 2 or 3 decks that it'll be tough to break through that. They really will.
What's crazy too, man, is that the tournament meta versus like honestly, like top 1,000, because that's where I was for the majority of the season last season. That's a completely different meta from like anything else.
Yeah.
Like I'll see someone playing in like low tier Master Ball, and it's like you'll see Blazikins, and you'll just see other decks you never would. In top 1,000, it's legit like 3 decks. And so for this season, man, I might not even try to go for top 1,000 because I actually can't give good advice to the majority of players. Because it's like, listen, all I'm playing against are Sleep, Suicune, and Lucario. That's it.
Yep.
But then you go somewhere else, and it's like you have to worry about Blaziken and again, I can't think of, they're not coming to mind. I guess Zoroark as well. But you have to worry about these slightly lower tier decks that people actually play.
Yeah.
Outside of the top 1,000. Like top 1,000 is its own thing. The rest of the game kind of just looks like what I think your tournaments do. Your tournament is very relevant for anything but top 1,000.
Yeah. And even like if you're around 1,000, I think there's probably still maybe some type of overlap type deal. But like, especially once you're in like the top, you say top 1,000, but I would say like top 500 is really, it becomes like super noticeable that like those are only the people playing against. They know what decks they've been playing against as they get higher up in ranks, and there just becomes a really small like triangulation in the metagame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, to your point, like when you play in the tournament, like it's hard to explain, at least the last couple of seasons, but like the most play deck, the most popular deck might be 12% of the tournament meta, which like is a lot, but like realistically, like if you get in ranked and on the only 12% of the games you play is against Sleep Altaria, like that's not very many realistically. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world if that's a bad matchup. Whereas like the problem with tournaments is that once you get into day 2, it's then 40% of the meta share, and if you hit one of them, you have a really bad shot. So like it's a different feel, but in ranked, it's just like,
Well, like a good example, I think, is like Oricorio and ranked. Well, maybe not this season specifically, since there might be a lot of Oricorio, but like in normal seasons, Oricorio in ranked, you don't necessarily like it's kind of bad advice to be like, oh, well, you got to tech for an Oricorio. Why? Because I'm going to run into it once every 10 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst comment I get on my videos is there's no Oricorio answer. I'm not
Loses
playing
to Corio.
Dude, You play against an Oricorio 1 in every 10 games. Just scoop.
Yep.
You know what? You lose to like your deck just bricking more often than you lose to
Yes.
Oricorio. Just
The Stokes are
ignore
dilemma.
it, dude. You don't need a tech for it in everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes it's the play to go without it. Kind of
Yeah,
like
no.
Ogre Pawn,
And
but less.
they
'cause
used
there's more
to-
sleep.
So they used to release like the ranked data at the end of the seasons. Have they been doing that? I haven't checked their Twitter, but they used to
Yeah,
post.
I think so. I think
They used to
have.
post like an
Yeah.
image like about the play rates of certain decks, and
The
like
Japanese,
if you go back,
wasn't it a Japanese account or something that does it, or
Yeah,
are you
but
talking
if
the
you-
actual official account?
if you
An
go
official
back,
account.
if you go back and you compare that play rate data from that graph for the ranked season and compare it to the tournament metagame, at least for the second, the second 2 weeks of that season, they're almost identical. It's hilarious. It's always the tournament metagame is always a very accurate reflection of the greater scope between like Ultra Ball and the top. You know what I mean? Like the bulk majority of ranked. It's always very close.
I will
Yeah,
say
'cause
the
I
biggest
think-
like. Oh, go ahead, Tilly. Go ahead. I'll bring my
Just
round
real
up
quick, I was just
afterwards.
gonna say, I think the majority of people play the decks they like, and the top like 500 plays the deck that wins them the games
Yeah.
more often than not.
What about you both?
I do both.
Does that work?
I do both as well, and it makes me doom queue until 5 in the morning.
That's real.
I got back-to-back top 1Ks, or top 500s even actually with
Jeez.
daycare in the Suicune tier 0 meta.
How many games you playing? Just maybe a rough
For the
estimate.
top 1K. Oh, I actually would have to
I
check.
could tell you.
Because like
Yeah.
lately I've been playing like 100 games a season and just sitting in top 5K.
So in
5K,
every single season that I've gotten 1K, I have anywhere from like 400 to 500 games played, maybe
Mhm.
like 550 at the most. But that always ends up being like the average for me to get top 1K, especially with the win streaks. I think
Well,
before win
it's-
streaks was obviously way more, which
That's my experience
miss.
because the thing
let me
too.
check because Daycare's a different beast. It's like a lower win rate deck, but you play so many games and hit so many streaks that you climb.
Yeah.
Like that's the mentality.
Yeah.
So it's like it's
Because
oh you can't check because it's tallying.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
check
Oh,
right
hey,
now.
it'll be out
God.
tonight in about an hour, actually.
Okay, cool.
less
So I
than.
want my
No, but you
All
still
right, I guess
you
the I
still
guess the
can't check how
podcast is
ranked
just
is
gonna have
at.
to drag on for another hour so I can check. Sorry, guys.
The
No, but you
thing
Yeah, I
is,
derailed you. What were you saying?
I can't even remember now, Tilly. What I guess a counterpoint though, or one other point I want to bring up that we're talking about, was the oh my god, now I'm forgetting about this point too. I've been casting way too long, dude. My brain's completely fucking fried.
I don't know how you're doing it.
Move on, pass. I
right.
don't know. Somebody bring something else up. It'll come back to me.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that the thing about ranked and like to the climb is like there's always, at least since pockets come out or ranks come out, maybe less people play now than they did like a year ago when ranked first came out, but the top 1,000 people is the same, right? So to get to that threshold, there's still the same amount of people that are trying to get into that threshold. So like the amount of games you have to play to reach top 1,000 should be pretty much the exact same as it was even a year ago. When
Yeah.
maybe 5 times the people are playing ranked.
No, it's gone up. I can tell you why.
Not for me.
It's
Or
gone
top
up.
1,000.
Yeah, the amount of people going for top 1K has gone up because the skill ceiling for decks that can get to top 1K has dropped.
But it's about how many games you play, though. That's what I'm
Yes.
trying to say.
Yeah,
But
actually, I think it's
if
gotten
you
lower.
win, if you're like winning, like if you are somebody who, if you tried to like pilot like tier 0 Suicune Greninja and you were just only good enough to pilot it at like a 45% win rate in the mirror, if you're picking up like the sleep deck and you're playing that, you're gonna have like a 52-53% win rate and you're gonna be able to go for top 1K in these recent seasons.
Well, actually, it's way less because we only have like a week of ranked. So,
Actually, I
because like
think
I
that
only
makes
had
it worse
400.
because everybody's just like, oh, I only have to grind for a week. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like it is, but no, I only had like 400 games played this season compared to like the usual like 500 I've had in the past.
Yeah.
For top
Of course,
1K?
like yeah, it all depends on how good you do.
But
of
you're
course.
playing it, that's 400 games in 2 weeks versus 500 in 4 weeks.
Well, I also just but you forced to play more because like the 2 weeks and all the Asian players are playing 12-hour shifts. So
That's what
I know,
that's
but like what I'm saying is you have to
What I'm
play
saying.
way more hours now, right? Like
I
that's what
guess.
we're trying to
Well, no,
get
I
to.
think you have to put more hours into a lower amount of time or like a smaller
Yeah, short
quantity
amount of time.
days.
Yeah. But it's about total games.
Yeah.
And there's always, unless there's less than 1,000 people trying to get top 1,000, it's always going to be around that many games, depending on how well you do.
It
Which
might
has
be
been
this
my
season.
experience. Huh?
I said there might be less than 1,000 this season if Espeon is the number one deck.
Nah, not with
No,
Japan
I think that
and China.
I think the amount of players is gonna go way up. I think so.
There's a lot of pocket players, man. Just maybe not
There
so
it is.
much in the U.S. per se.
Why do you say that, Jimbo? You think just because of
What?
the cards on the pack? That this season the rank's gonna go up?
I think the players grinding for top 1K is gonna go up. I don't think like there's gonna be more ranked players in general.
Okay. I think the competitive scene's been on an upslope as of the last couple sets, it feels like.
Yeah, that's what I think so too.
You
Could
think?
just be the vibe in the tournament scene too. I feel like the vibe in the tournament scene's been on a upslope too. It could be because all of you guys are coming onto the tournaments and it's like making the tournaments a lot more enjoyable. So
I
thank
think
you guys.
it's definitely got to be fun for people to see like a variety of different people just like
Showing
getting
up every week,
involved.
bro.
Yeah.
People get so hyped. Like when Tilly showed up, like
Oh
that
yeah,
was
they
insane.
love Tilly has like the biggest fan base out of anybody like in this game.
Dude,
I
just
swear.
represent.
For a reason. I'm a
Like-
fan
like-
of Tilly.
Like
You know
like,
what? You know how like full circle it is that I got to cast a tournament with Tilly when I'm like
Yeah.
I'm the one who fanboy over Tilly. So like here we are, full circle moment. Now I'm in a
I'm
podcast
just a guy,
with them,
man.
too.
I'm just a guy.
I'm just a guy. I put on my
You're just a
socks
man.
1 foot at a time, like the rest
Mortal
of you.
man.
I
I love it. Yeah, I think the tournaments are important. Like once Ursa Day stopped running her tournament, that was why I was like, somebody needs to be doing this. There needs to be the platform. You know, because ranked is fine, but it's not a platform in that sense. You know,
And when I
Whereas-
saw you running tournaments, I said I need to be doing this. And so
that's right. I think everyone
here
should
I
do it.
am.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, basically when tournaments, like, I mean, since they made rank like super like delayed, without tournaments this game would be hella dead. Like,
Oh, yeah, it would be dead.
who's playing like
the
2
tournaments are
weeks
more
of
fun than
whatever.
ranked now too, though, because we have the tournaments when the packs drop. Like
Yeah, for sure.
the
first week
I
or
actually,
two,
yeah, I
super
like
fun.
tournaments more now.
Yeah, I agree.
You like okay, so was that like ideal to have this tournament? Again, Maddie's yours is lining
Yeah.
up pretty great here too, so that it's like boom, boom, boom right at the beginning of the set. Whereas
I think the
don't
timing
know,
was good
yeah,
for yours.
I don't know, I feel like at least for the last few sets though, like last set even, it felt like the meta evolved healthy pretty much every single week. I don't feel like we had a bad week. Maybe week 3 was kind of bad.
Last season was
Um,
weird because Septel won
yeah.
back to back to start the season when it really wasn't that good.
No,
You know, it
That's
was
my
fine.
goal.
wasn't.
That's
But
my
it wasn't
goal.
like a, you know, like Hydreigon didn't do that. I mean, maybe it did, but you know what I mean. But yeah,
Yeah, Dragon struggled to win, I think, for a while. In
let's
Pocket
don't
Mats,
even
if I'm
mention
not
it. Don't even get it in
mis-
people's
Sorry,
ideas.
I'm
about that
knocking
deck.
on woods.
And then it
Talk,
won, like,
talk more
7
about
in a row.
Zoroark, Zach. Bring up Zoroark real quick.
Yeah.
Get that in their minds.
We got to talk about your mascot. man.
I try to.
Zoroark, he beat every sleep player he came across. It was insane.
Yeah, did you were talking about like 12% of people in tournaments are playing sleeper. I got 4 of them in my bracket, man. Like,
It'll be about.
and I have no PCL. I'm just raw dogging them coin flips.
We should
like-
we should guess. Like this will be a funny game to guess the meta shares of this weekend. Like
Okay, but some of us are much
Okay.
better equipped at that than others.
Me and Maddie are probably winning.
Okay.
18%
Whatever Maddie says.
I think I can get it.
Yeah,
Me and Maddie
I'll
are gonna
second
get
it.
like the prices right down to like
Yeah, yeah.
the
No one else
nearest
looks
Say
at
like
that stuff.
10%
I
off
know,
and
is
on.
it closest without going over?
Yeah,
That
Is
would be
what we're gonna
funny.
play? All
That would
right,
be
Mads,
fun.
you go first.
It should probably just be top deck and the percent, right? Otherwise,
No,
it's-
it's
Yes, yeah, I mean the
18%
number
sleep, bro.
one,
Okay,
the number
okay,
one
okay,
deck,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Which will be sleep.
Alright. And what's the
But the
percent?
question is how much? What percentage
Okay.
sleep will be?
Yeah.
I think it'll be so we can't go over?
Can't go over.
I'm gonna
Well,
say
you get first guess, so I get.
I'm gonna
like,
push it. I'm gonna say 17%.
What? No way. Get out.
All right,
Okay, I'm
That
next.
shit's hella low.
Immediate next. Immediate next, and I'm going lower than Maddie because I was gonna say 7. What did he say? 1701. No, that's we're not gonna do that joke. But either way, I'm gonna guess it's actually gonna be from my tournament. We're gonna have Mega or not Mega Miraidon, just Miraidon EX with Magnezone sitting at 13.94% of the share. I'm going to get real specific because I can feel it.
You think Mag's gonna be number
then-
one?
It's too hard to
Yeah.
play for the. It's just too hard
Yeah,
to play.
it is going to be Sleep. For like let's get that out of the way. Sleep is
You
going to be
th-
number
I don't
one.
think so.
Oh yeah,
I don't think so.
dude. No,
That's a hot
definitely.
take. That's a hot take. The bro said he thinks it's
Then
gonna be
Zork's
Mag
gonna be
Miraidon.
third.
Could be.
Zoroark being third would actually make my day.
Or Sceptile or something.
I
But,
said that
no,
would
I
just
th-
be so cool.
I said it 3 times, but I
So,
think it's gonna be
hold on,
18% sleep.
Time out. Can I? So if we go look at my metagame, the metagame gets split for Magnezone and Miraidon.
Yeah,
It's
we'll add all that
Magnezone
up.
EX.
Add up all the
So
Magnezone.
okay, I was gonna say we're adding the Magnezone decks, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect.
Just like you add up the Sceptile decks.
I
Oh,
gotcha.
then it would be Miraidon number 1.
Yeah, if you do
Yeah.
that, it's gonna be Miraidon by a crazy amount.
You think
Yeah,
so?
'cause
Because if you
There's
combine,
3 different variants.
okay.
Okay, what's the third one? Because I'm just thinking Miraidon with Magnezone EX. Those are the two that you can kind of combo together. Because if you look at my again my metagame,
There's
that would
also
be
just
somewhat of a
There's also double Miraidon, no Oricorio.
There's also like the 2 Oricorio, 1
all
Miraidon,
the
which just counts
same.
as like Orizone.
they're all the same. Dude. Like just add them all up. It's the same.
I've
deck,
seen
Yeah.
3 different pictures for Miraidon.
I
So,
guess
think
I'm
there's 4.
looking at.
technically.
Oh, is there?
3 common. Or actually 2 common.
Oh, there
But
is
yeah.
3.
There's probably 3. But even
Yeah,
if you add them
so if
up,
you
I
add
really
it-
don't think they're going to be more than.
Can somebody
Sleep.
do math? 4.9% plus 4.9% plus 2.6%. What's that?
So like 12 or 13. If you
I
just
think
round it up.
11.7.
11.
I was
I
rounding
think
it up.
okay.
I think it'll be.
So,
I think if you add them all up, it'll be close to Altaria, but it'll be just like a tiny bit under.
Wait, what did I just predict? So again, I think I called my own tournament actually before I. Well, I guess that's kind of cheating considering it's already over. But either way, I said 13%, and that's
And
kind of
do you
what
think that'll be
I.
Mag?
That's what I got on my tournament was 13% of Miraidon. If we're counting the 3 together, which technically, I mean, they're kind of the same deck with just like 1 less Oricorio or
Yeah, for sure.
Magnezone EX. So either way, if we count all of them together, it did actually come in first place. It beat out Espeon. Espeon was 10.9% of the share. So
I don't think
11%.
that'll be. I just don't think that'll be the case tomorrow. But we'll see. My tournaments typically have a more top centralized,
I think so. You're probably right.
just more than other tournaments typically. But I could be wrong. I mean, it did win, so like I might be underplaying the significance of Miraidon that it got first place at your tournament, but we'll see. They'll be close. I think those 2 decks combined will be around. They'll be between 25 and 30% of the total decks.
Did we predict who wins?
We did a little bit.
I think
Kinda.
I'm gonna have to maybe go for Miraidon Magnezone. I think
Yeah.
that's probably gonna be it. Unless you know what, actually, I
agree.
say that, but I feel like we're gonna get something out of left field. It'll probably be a Meowscarada or a Zoroark or like something.
Terrapagos.
Yeah, or
Sceptile.
Win it. Do it.
Well, the question is Sack playing tomorrow? Because if so, then Zoroark's a good pick.
If you can move Top Cut by like 2 hours when I get off work, then I'm down. If not, then I'm not wasting my time in Swiss, unfortunately, just to drop day 2.
All right, somebody log in for Sec on his account. We'll have him play. We'll bend the rules. We're not
Dude,
going
you're
to tell
gonna-
anybody.
you're
This
gonna quit
podcast
that
won't be
job
out until
anyways. Just take a
Podcast is
bathroom
over.
break.
Rosie, what do you think's gonna
Yeah.
win this weekend? Are you casting this weekend with Jay?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, I'm down. Super excited. I've watched your tournaments, but I've never casted. Other than like obviously Jay's, so I'm still kind of new to it. But if I had to say, I hate to say it, but I do think Miraidon is gonna take it just because it's the most consistent deck I've seen so far, and
really
it's the only
good.
one I've lost to.
Yeah, it's
Good point.
It's just good. It's weird that Magnezone has like a high roll win condition now. It's like such a strange. The season's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a weird season. But I think if Mag wins back to back, if it wins a chase and it wins this weekend, then it's gonna really warp the meta around that deck and not so much sleep,
So
which would be weird.
Miraidon is a weird case where it did good at the first tournament and then it won Jays, but there's been like 2 other tournaments where it's had like a 30% win rate. I don't know why I didn't really see what it lost to, but it's just been It's like it's either
Yeah.
dominating or it just completely sucks ass. And I can't tell you why because I didn't look at the data because I didn't care to look. But
Well, data in the early season,
Yeah,
man,
that's
is
just-
really just not that
Yeah.
worth checking in terms of
the
cumulative
matchups,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, you know,
I don't know
because
if it was just sleep players just being luckier or
yeah,
what.
man,
But
yeah, and like so half
Could
the
also
decks are
be-
not, refined and
I was gonna say the environments aren't gonna be the same too. Like I think Maddie and I are gonna be the only ones running best of threes for tournaments. So like that also
Yeah.
makes a difference in how like what deck makes it to the end. If you're just
Yeah.
running in best of ones, there's a lot of luck involved in that.
I mean, 8% of your tournament was playing Lucario. Actually, more. If you combine up all the Lucarios, it was actually the most played thing at your tournament. Strangely enough, but I don't know if that many people will play fighting. So
I think
Oh, it
after
was.
watching the quarterfinals of Jay's tournament, nobody wants to play fighting.
not that
was
it's
brutal.
bad.
They made it
but
that far,
it's-
though.
It just gets soloed by an Espeon.
Right.
Just
so
dodge
that's pretty
them.
rough.
Skill issue.
Yeah.
Just dodge the one of
The
the
most
highest meta
played
share
deck.
deck. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean that happens all the time, man. Like we've seen so many decks. Like for example, like, there's been like times like a Stokes Zard came back in Secluded Springs when there was Hello Oricorio.
It's
Won a
bullshit.
tournament, just dodged every single Oricorio in the bracket. It's like
Yeah,
it could
it's
happen. Like
insane.
a Mega Venusaur could win this fucking tournament for
There'll
all
be
we
that
know.
one
if
person
he
that
just
gets
dodged
lucky.
everything.
That
We'll
lucky
see about
bracket.
that. Looking at the matchup spreads for Altaria at Jay's tournament, 101 to 76, which is like pretty dominant given that like sample size, but not a losing matchup against any of the most played decks throughout this entire tournament, other than 2 and 4 into Zoroark and Sceptile. Those were the only two matchups that it didn't have a substantially positive win rate in.
Wait, what deck?
You're welcome.
Sleep Altaria. It's beating everything. It doesn't have a counter other than Sceptile. And I guess
and
this is a small sample, but
It already did that last format too. Like last format, its win rate was like ridiculous at times. It was like almost everything was 60%.
yeah, if you don't
The
counterplay,
Zor-
it'll just beat you.
The Zoroark data might be skewed.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
you're right. Yeah, and it's only 2 and 4. It's only a 6-game sample, right? So
Exactly.
I do think that Sceptile is proven to win that matchup, at least somewhat with Ogrepon and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean,
But,
he can't do anything. It also just easily sniped the Swablu, or like even the Eevee
Dude.
now, I guess.
And 8 of its losses were to missed rounds. So realistically, it was actually 101 to 68. That's its real record at Jay's tournament.
So we
What do you-
ban in Darkrai tomorrow.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah. Maddie said that in chat, and I mean honestly,
If Matt can go 50-50 against it, it's whatever. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But
Imagine, I really want to see like top 17 or like top 32. Imagine just 32 sleep decks.
that's what
The
it'll
screenshot would
be,
go hilarious.
dude. But that's the thing. If literally 90% of the decks from 4th place to 32nd place are Sleep Altaria, it doesn't matter if something else gets 1st place. That's the funny part.
I'm gonna be so happy if that happens. It'd be hilarious.
It's kind of what happened last season, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, no, that like there's that one. I think like 4 of them in top 8 or something, right?
Yeah, there was at least like 1 or 2 of them in top 4 every time, and then 3 or 4 of them every week in top 8. But it only won once. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, cool.
One
we
last
good?
thing. One last thing, I
I'm
guess.
waiting. Wrap it up.
One last thing is just speaking about like the decks winning and percentages. Do you guys have any hot takes on, any tech cards that might be, so far from what we saw, like a staple like in a deck? What do you guys think? I know last time we said Field Blower was going to be nasty, but like, it was a different meta where the items were really impacting the format, but like how about now that we're seeing all the differences, like Miraidons pop up and then the sleep scam, Espeon.
I think hand disruption. I think honestly hand disruption could make a bit
Mars
of a comeback.
Mars has to come back.
Yeah.
Nobody's respecting. Everybody's
Smoocham's
like
coming back.
coming
Nobody's
crazy with their
respecting
hands.
Mooch 'em. I mean, clearly
Smooch 'em.
Miraidon and Koraidon get countered by hand disruption. Like that's obvious, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, so we'll see.
Like the problem
Yeah,
is
that's
you
huge.
Mars. My fault.
I know you're good.
I was gonna say you Mars them the 1, and then they get the copycat for 7.
Yeah.
That's like the main problem, I think.
Oh, copycat, man.
It's such a bad card.
But it's
Yeah,
one of
I don't
those
know why they printed it.
situations
Well,
that
it's
like
Suicune,
they
that's
have
why
to
they
have
printed
their
it.
one of.
That is why they printed it. You're right.
That's
It's
why they
like-
printed it, but it doesn't mean it was like the right answer.
No.
Like they could
no,
have
no,
done
no.
other stuff.
No,
There's a lot of
dude.
wrong answers that they've done.
Yeah.
Well, that's for sure. It's
Like,
just the fact, dude, the fact that you have double, like you have 2 research, 2 Pokeball, 2 copycat in 20 card decks. It's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
these, dude, it's like turn 3 and people have 2 cards in their deck. And it's like, is that really how this game is supposed to be? Is that, you remember OG Pocket? You remember when people, it was like, until, I guess every time until Sylveon came out, which kind of busted that, or no, was it Shiinotic, I guess. But, yeah, things just go way too fast now. It's pretty tough.
Back in Mythical Island, dude, I had my execute in the fucking active, and I'm 18 card or like 14 cards left in my deck. I'm
Dude.
praying to God that next
Yeah,
card next
dude, you
man.
you might win the game with 12 cards in your deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was fine.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like, bro, like if you don't draw half your deck on turn 1, you're probably gonna lose. Sucks.
Yeah.
I like the speed. I'm not gonna lie. That whole solitaire shit. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
you
most
didn't play OG
I didn't
Pocket,
play
though.
in the beginning, so
Ericko doesn't like, what he likes is being able to have double Darkrai and an Iggly buff and 4 cards in your
1,000%.
hand.
And Espeon.
every
Don't
day.
forget
Turn
don't forget
one.
about Espeon. That's my goat. Nah,
yeah, you made a
that's
video on that.
Sekaru's goat. Fuck that. But yeah, let's so closing thoughts here. The pack is, great. Like I don't think the hate that it's getting is quite deserved. The one thing I do want to say, I did make this point earlier, to like Sekaru, Tilly, and Jimbo. The simple fact is, not every mini set is going to be a banger, and Shining Revelry was literally, we were early, definitely had like a bunch of bangers there. We had a meta defining card, Giratina, right?
Well, that's not a
And-
mini set.
Dude, I think we
was
had
it?
one good card from Shining Revelry.
But-
I feel like we
Shi-
gassed it up like no
But
tomorrow.
regardless of the fact, is just like the early game, right? The early game, we didn't have that many staples that are being used. Like the most popular one is PCL, but at the time, everybody was playing red, and everything else that came from that pack. You can't expect a bunch of like
Yeah,
more staples to come out.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. So going into future packs, unless they add Judge or the Hammer or something like that, those are the ones that we're missing from the TCG, right? Like,
Dude, if we get Crushing
staple-wise.
Hammer, it's over, dude. It's over.
It's Pokemon.
It's over.
I think we're gonna have to get like a nerfed version of that. No.
Didn't they already give
even
us one similar to that,
Mhm.
where it's like 2 coins that you have to flip.
Yeah,
instead
they
of
already
Oh,
gave
one,
us
both
or-
of them are heads.
Yeah, it's
Did
Garbo.
they give us that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they also give us Potion, and now we have Lucky Ice Pop. So
You
know.
got a power creep, or the game is
you know,
not
I,
gonna
I
be
think
there.
if the power creep that we need is in hand disruption or negating card advantage, that's the big one I think we need. But
There were some big Mars plays tonight in the tournament, and
Yeah,
I think you're onto
yeah.
something.
I don't think Mars is good enough, quite frankly. I just think we need a
No,
better.
I think you're right. I think there needs to be something new. Mars is old. Silver's not it. We need new.
I don't think
but
Copycat's ever gonna get overshadowed by the way.
No, yeah,
That
that's the
card's
issue.
cracked.
Like Erica said, like we just have too much support. Like any power creep support we get is going to be like very specific to type. Like how we get flavored forest is a crazy card, right?
I'm so happy they printed it. Actually, that's so good.
Such a good card, dude. It's like
Yeah.
it's like, hey, I get one card that generates 3 cards out of my deck over
Yeah,
the course
but
of
like
the game.
you give
Like, what?
that you give that to a type like Dark, and it's like ridiculous.
Right.
So you
Right.
can't. You
That shit
it does have
can't
to be
happen.
type specific.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. But for Dark, you give them Darkrai, you give them Hydreigon. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
fighting, and we recently got it for fighting. Like it's weird. Like that, there's certain types that I feel like are very not well represented currently in terms of support, and I don't know if you really want to give those types support, given maybe some of the Pokemon of those types. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, So I don't know. I don't know what you do. Like even the supporters. Like what was that random supporter that came out in the set? What's it called?
Juliana.
Juliana. Like that's the type of trainers that they can only print because it's like
Anything else is too good.
yeah, they didn't even give us
Aki?
an item. We didn't even get an item in this set. Not even
That's
like
wild.
a meme one. Not even like a stupid one. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's something silly. They were just like, we don't got nothing. I guess. Yeah.
Great. So we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for coming through, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.